of them bees are moving back and forth. They call it washboarding. Sometimes they'll do it all the way up the front. Some of them are up there cleaning though. They're cleaning. Swab the deck, ye pirates. Swab the deck and get out there and rob ye some flowers of some pollen. I'm still not getting into them today. I'm going to check this one. This is the one we added the second box to the other day. They have that screen bottom board in there. I think I said before, I think it's an issue. I think it's letting some of the hive beetles in. So I used a political sign that slides in that slot to block it off. I know I need to do something about the front, but on the back side I was able to put some slits in it and fold it over twice to make it seal up in the back. So, you know, and I could probably get another, like a piece of that, you know, just fold it over twice and slide it on top of the political sign in the front to seal it off entirely. And I would think they'd probably be able to overwinter fine with that. If I can find some more political signs, I might slide one on top of the screen inside for the winter time. But we'll see. I already smoked them down, so I'm gonna push them down a little bit more, just so I can take a look at what they've done. It's been 2 days since I stuck this box on top of here. So I'm gonna try and do this one good hand, right? So if you remember, this one had it already had wax on it, and it was looking kind of rough. It'd been in the freezer, but as you can see, they clean out, they polish out all the cells. Like if you can look, it's hard to see, I think, but just clean as a whistle, except for the ones where they've already started putting nectar in. You can see nectar shining back out of those there. Those girls they're doing their thing. So, you know, by reusing this, save them a lot of work. I saw a hive beetle there. I don't know if he just landed or what, but I can't get him. Yeah, this side, man, all those cells have nectar in them. So they're getting some stuff somewhere. I kind of want to make sure they don't get started with some wonky stuff, and make sure I catch it before it gets out of hand. Because if they get the building cross comb wrong direction and whatnot, it just makes a mess and it's hard to deal with. And they got a weird pattern built out here, but they're still building it on the cells just fine. And they've already got nectar in some of those. You can see it shine in there. So, good stuff. They're being fairly nice today, like they were 2 days ago, but not like they were 6 days ago. They were not happy 6 days ago. But I think they're happy to have the extra space. They might have been thinking of swarming before I put this box on, which means the queen would take a whole bunch of bees and fly away to start a new colony somewhere, leaving some of the bees here to build back up and to make a new queen out of one of her eggs that she left behind. Now, this is some reused comb, that's why it's dark. It gets darker the more they use it. But look at this, was completely empty, and now it's this frame's about half loaded with nectar. Hopefully they fill in that hole there so they're not wasting the space, but sometimes bees leave little openings like that anyway to pass through. So like that little opening there, it may not ever go away. They might leave it because it's just the right bee space through there. And once it gets down to bee space, it's kind of like across the bottom here. In their minds, there's bee space there, the amount of space a bee needs to pass through. So they don't build the comb all the way to the bottom a lot of the time, because they're not realizing there is bee space below the bottom of the frame in their box. But you know, sometimes, as amazing as bees are, they aren't quite able to figure all that out. So it's probably better to use, you know, foundation, you know, and it's just the problem is getting them to build on it. If it's waxed really well, or if it's made of wax, you're not going to have a problem. But they haven't gotten to that one yet. That's normal. They'll start with these here, partly because they were already waxed up for them, already built up partially for them. So take a look at this here. This one ended up over here. It had a little bit built on it, but there wasn't much on it. It was started on but got pulled. But they've gotten it. They're you can see how they're redoing it now. Oops. They're getting a little upset. I'm going to close them back up here in a second so they can chill out. Not looking to upset them that much. Just spotted a hive beetle there. I've seen a hive beetle land right in front of me, come fly in. It figured out it could get in and try to get into the hive. So let's close her up. This is what they cleaned up the other day. It's got larger cells on it, like they were thinking of making drones. They used the bigger cells for that, but this was all full of nectar. So maybe they were thinking of making drones, but then they were like, hey, wait a minute, somebody found a whole bunch of nectar over here. And then this section was built in line with that, but it was from this old piece that it was built wrong, and it had fallen down into the bottom of the box right here on the other side of this board. So they built it up, and then they built this beside it, but it was all in line. That'll probably get melted down and do something with it, but gave them all the chance they needed to get their nectar back. That may really be the confounding factor here, you know, how they ended up with so much nectar stored so fast up there in the top box. These here haven't gotten to that peppermint candy there yet, and I don't know. I want to take a look and see what they're doing in here. Well, as you can see, they ate all of it that was inside here. I'm starting to wonder if I should be thinking about, you know, they've been in here with 5 frames for, you know, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks now. So, but it's been summer, it's been hot, you know, there's been some dearth here and there. I don't know if I don't know if they're thinking about swarming themselves, or like they need more space, and so I wouldn't want to lose half the bees to a swarm. So I might take a look at this pretty soon, not today, but pretty soon, and see if I can figure out some place to put these 5 frames and just take them out of this box entirely, at least for now. Or maybe hurry up and get I'm just going to use these boards over here to make a long hive. They could go into that. But that's going to take some doing, and I'm just having a hard time doing anything with my left hand until this nonsense heals up. It's mangled it pretty good. About ripped the pad out. It looked like right there. It was just, yeah, most people would have gone and got stitches, but there is so much about going to the hospital that I find distasteful. Don't like doctors. There's too many people there. It's just no. So maybe y'all recognize that kind of rock. It come from the lake. See, that's funny, the bees haven't eaten the peppermint patties behind there yet. They're getting to it though. I see them. See, them guard bees aren't really too worried about me, are they? They're like, ah, that's just a human. Oh, she's gonna check it out. Nope, it's okay. I think these rocks, I'm not sure. I'm going to try and look up exactly how this formation occurred, because a lot of times this will erode out inside this and it's like a box. And so it's like, it's almost as if there was some kind of clay that dried up and cracked in that kind of pattern with long rectangular blocks. You've seen clay do that. And then maybe some rain came in and rinsed the darker material in around it, which you can see here. And then when it formed into, got all that cut, so that darker material just gotten all the cracks all around it. And then for whatever reason, when this all got covered over by some other material and it became rock, it solidified into rock. But now it's eroding out along that lake shore, and wherever it breaks into these blocky sections, it's the material inside it seems to be a lot more easily eroded, so it actually comes out of there. And trying to get a good shot of that, but anyway, so you end up with these hollow rocks. So you can see there in this, there's several of those blocky sections still stuck together here, so it's kind of hard to see, but they're not perfect. But anyway, that's the material that dude was making, or dude, or those little girls, or somebody made those glyphs with. And then of course the one I made was all completely made out of that stuff. Anyway, that's not actually ideal. Stuff can still get in there around there, but the bees might come up and propolize that too. So I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.